All right, here is Genesis 4. Truly Adam knew his wife Eve, who conceived and gave birth to Cain, saying, I have obtained a man through God. And again she gave birth to his brother Abel. But Abel was a pastor of the sheep, and Cain was a farmer. Then it happened, after many days, that Cain offered gifts to the Lord from fruits of the earth. Abel likewise offered from the firstborn of his flock, and from their fat. And the Lord looked with favor on Abel and his gifts. Yet in truth he did not look with favor on Cain and his gifts. And Cain was vehemently Cain was Cain was Cain was angry, and he and his counter counter essence fell. And the Lord said to him, Why are you angry, and why is your face fallen? If you behave well, will you not receive? But if you behave badly with not sin at once, he be presented at the door, and its desire will be within you, and you will be dominated by it. And Cain said to his brother Abel, Let us go outside. And when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel, and he put him to death. And the Lord said, Cain, where is your brother Abel? And he responded, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said to him, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the land. Now therefore you will be cursed upon the land which opened its mouth and received the blood of your brother at your hand. When you work it will not give you its fruit. A vagrant and fugitive shall you be upon the land. And Cain said to the Lord, My iniquity is too great to deserve kindness. Behold, you have cast me out this day before the face of the earth, and from your face I will be hidden, and I will be a vagrant and fugitive on the earth. Therefore anyone who finds me will kill me. And the Lord said to him, By no means will it be so. Rather, whoever would kill Cain will be punished sevenfold. And the Lord placed a seal upon Cain, so that anyone who found him would not put him to death. And so Cain, departing from the face of the Lord, lived as a fugitive on the earth toward the eastern region of Eden. Then Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and gave birth to Enoch. And he built a city and called its name by the name of his son Enoch. Thereafter, Enoch received Irad, and Irad conceived men who we see. I don't know what his name is. And okay, this just goes talks about all the descendants. Um, this Lamech had two wives. The name of one was Adaha, and the name of the other was Zillah. And Ada conceived Jabal, who was the father of those who lived in tents and shepherds. And the name of his brother was Jubal. He was the father of those who sang to the harp and the organ. Zillah also received two to Balcain, who was a hammerer and artisan in every work of base and iron. In fact, the sister of Tubal Balcain was Nomia. And Lamech said to his wives Ada and Zillah, Listen to my voice, you wives of Lamech. Pay attention to my speech, for I have killed a man to my own harm, and adolescent, adolescent to my own bruising. Sevenfold vengeance will be given for Cain. But Lamech 77 times. Adam also knew his wife again, and she gave birth to a son, and she called his name Seth, saying, God has given me another offspring in the place of Abel, who Cain killed. But to Seth also was born a son, whom he called Enos. This this one began to invoke the name of the Lord. Okay, sorry for the reading. I don't really know a bunch of these names down here, but it kind of just talks about the descendants of Cain and all that stuff. So we have Cain and Cain and Abel. This is the story of Cain and Abel and how that kind of happens. So you have Abel, who he gives things to God with more value. He gives more to God than Abel gives, and Abel gets or Abel gives more to God than Cain does, and Cain gets jealous of what Cain gives to God, and Cain decides that jealousy comes to anger, and it just becomes so bad that Cain decides to kill Jesus, or not kill Jesus, Jesus and Pete, kills Abel. Cain kills Abel because of the jealousy that he has for God looking better at Abel's gifts, and he likes Abel's gifts more than he likes Cain's gifts. And obviously God doesn't like that too much, and he kind of he forgives him obviously, but curses him a little bit there. I don't really know how that works, to be honest with you, but I just kind of know how, I know how Abel gives more to God than Cain does. Cain gets jealous, and he murders his brother Abel, and then it kind of just talks about the descendants and all that kind of stuff that happens there. So that is that. So we'll jump straight into the video. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and let's start up this mock draft for mock draft 2.0. Second mock draft we're doing with the Tennessee Titans securing the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft. And what will they do with that pick? Honestly, neither me or you know. But I think what they do here is I think they take quarterback Shedeur Sanders. QB is going to be kind of a need for them. Levis really hasn't found it in the past couple of weeks. Hasn't found it. And I think Shedeur Sanders is a good fit there for the Titans. He's the better of the two quarterbacks, in my opinion. Cam Ward's kind of a guy, he's going to be he's going to be a developmental player. Shedeur's going to be better coming out of the draft, but it's just kind of, is he going to be able to perform later than that or after that? But I think your safest pick there is Shedeur Sanders. Will Levis, you say Will Levis just gave me opportunity, has not delivered for you. So my first pick will be Shedeur Sanders to the Titans. Second pick here for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns, with their quarterback situation, it's been interesting, definitely. They traded away they traded for Deshaun Watson, thinking he was going to be the future. Watson gets into some legal trouble. He's got some injuries going for him, and a whole shebangle. And it's kind of this. Deshaun Watson's been rough for the Browns. You kind of feel bad for Browns fans, the Browns in general, for just how this whole situation's been for him, really. And yeah, I think what you do here is you take Cam Ward at quarterback. Deshaun Watson, unfortunate. You traded for how many? You traded for him for how many first-round picks did it take? It took a lot. I think 3-4 first-round picks to get him. Sign him to a ridiculous deal. Not great for the Browns, but they get a first-round pick. They get the second pick, and they're going to take their quarterback of the future, Cam Ward. Like I said earlier, Ward's the worst of the two quarterbacks. Probably the worst of the two quarterbacks, that's for sure. But he's just going to be a guy. Got to develop. His accuracy needs some improvement, but at Cleveland, they have struggled at getting quarterbacks. Getting a quarterback, they haven't really got a good quarterback in a long time, and you're hoping you can develop Cam Ward into a beast, into a stud. Here at 3, the Giants. I'm gonna have them taking Travis Hunter. If he comes out as a cornerback, I think Travis Hunter is a great option for him. As a receiver, I think it's kind of unnecessary for him to take Travis Hunter, but as a cornerback, was in this scenario go cornerback for him. The Heisman winner, I think the third pick, I think the Giants are going to swoop him up and take him off of the hands. Let's take him. Originally the Patriots were supposed to take him. They had the one pick. They won today, so that put them to the four pick. So that's what I got. I got Travis Hunter. The Giants taking Travis Hunter at 3. At 4, the New England Patriots. It's telling me to take Will Johnson Jr. at corner. They already have a very, very, very good corner in Christian Gonzalez. So I disagree with that statement there. This needs some edge help, D lineman help, all that help. But what I think you need is a receiver. And you're gonna go in there. You're gonna take a big time receiver in McMillan, wide receiver from Arizona. He's been very good. I watched a little bit of tape, so you call a couple of his highlights. In love with him. Him or Travis Hunter is the best receiver in the class. If Hunter decides to be receiver, I think honestly he'd be better at receiver. I loved watching his tape. The little tape that I watched, I love watching it. Love to watch it because it was just amazing, and I really liked how he plays, how he carries himself. So I have the Patriots taking McMillan at 4. At 5, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think they need help in the D line. Do I think they need help in the D line? Probably not. Honestly with you. And I think it says tackle, and I agree with the tackling being a need for him. So it's either between Kevin Banks or Will Campbell. Who do you think is the better of the two? They have Will Campbell ranked higher. I think it'll just come down to the combine, see what the teams think. It's personal preference. I think they're both amazing athletes, or both really good players. Obviously, they're ranked up here high. So I'm just gonna see what the NFL mock draft database, what it says on this website. It says Will Campbell's the better of the two, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Will Campbell to the Jags. They get a tackle for him to help out, protect Trevor Lawrence, if that's who the future is for the Jags. Lawrence has been okay. He got hurt this year. Just trying to protect Lawrence at all costs. I don't really think they have a good tackle in Jacksonville anyway. So at number 5, I take Will Campbell. At number 6, we have the Jets. And what are they gonna do? They need edge help badly, very badly. But I think you're in love with Mason Graham falling this far to you, and that's what they're gonna do. Mason Graham, insane, and I'm a Ohio State fan. Watching that Ohio State Michigan game, I think kind of showed me how good this guy is and how good Michigan's defensive line was, really destroying, and they were a very, very big reason, not if, maybe the reason why the Ohio State Buckeyes lost that game. So that's what I got. Mason Graham to the Jets. At 7, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. And what are they going to do? Need quarterback. You need corner as well. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Another Michigan guy to go back-to-back Michigan, Will Johnson. Very pleased he fell that far to you at the 7 pick, Will Johnson. He was ranked one of the best players coming into the class, coming into this year, and he really hasn't disappointed that much. So, he's a great player. The Raiders have definitely struggled with drafting players in the past couple of years, but I think this is either way. I think it's a great pick for it. I don't think anything bad can come out of taking Will Johnson. They're at 7. At 8, the Panthers just traded Brian Burns, so they need edge help. So what better way to get some edge help? They're getting a dual Carter from Penn State. He's been a stud. He's just been a disruptor for Penn State, and he's probably the reason why they're this far into the playoff. I mean, he's been a very, very big reason of why they are where they are right now. He's been great this year, amazing this year. And the Carolina Panthers, with losing, like I said earlier, Brian Burns, they lose Burns, and that, they lose Brian Burns. They got no edge help. They got no one to help. How about there the edge? So there you go, a dual Carter. to the Panthers at 8. At 9, the New Orleans Saints. They're at 9. What are they going to take? The database says edge help. I would agree with that statement a little bit there, but I like Luther Burden so much. I'm going to have him taking Luther Burden there at 9. It's just a great pick for the Saints. Great value. I enjoyed watching him. The little clips I've watched. I've also been watching a lot of mock drafts. He's been pretty high in these mocks. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do there. I think if you look at receiver there, Abuka is the next guy available. So if you're going to receiver in the top receiver, one of these top receivers, you have to go up, go up and get them, and that's what you have to do there. So receiver, they got Olave there. After that, Raheem Shaheed, but those guys, I don't know if Raheem Shaheed's a really a long-term option, just a deep threat guy. Probably a good receiver 3 option for you, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's a great pick for him there at 9. At 10, at pick number 10, we have the Chicago Bears. And the Bears need a lot. Tackle help is what it says here for us. I agree. And you get, most people are saying the best tackle in the draft here at number 10. You can fall to you, Kevin Banks. Great pick for the Bears. At number 11, the Niners have the 11 pick. I don't know who that is from, but they get the 11 pick. And what are they going to do here with that 11 pick? They need edge help. I agree. It's between Mekhi Williams and Nick Scorton. And honestly, I'm going to go Nick Scorton here. Hate me if you want it. Hate me if you want to. All you want. But I think Mekhi Williams, he'll probably be taken there. But I like him more. I like Scorton more at A&M. Niners get some help there on the defensive line, and yeah, they get a pretty decent pick there at 11. At 12, we have the Dallas Cowboys here at 12, and literally everyone is saying Ashton Jeanty to the Cowboys. I would agree with that. That's what I'm going to do. Ashton Jeanty, welcome to the Cowboys there at 12. At number 13, the Cardinals need edge help as well. They also need linebacker help. I think Mekhi Williams here, he falls there to you at 13. That's what they're going to do. They need a lot of edge help on that side on the defense side of the football, and you get a very, very, very good stud there at 13. Been a disruptor for Georgia this season. Great pickup there at 13 for the Arizona Cardinals. At 14, the Indianapolis Colts. What do? They need linebacker help as well, and I'm going to take Jelon Walker to the Colts. Great pickup for them. I'm pretty sure that's a great value for them. They need linebacker help. That's pretty obvious. Nothing crazy. That's not a crazy statement to say there. So 14, Jelon Walker to the Colts. At 15, the Falcons. And what are they going to do is the question. Kind of help. I mean, Falcons have had an interesting year so far this year. Started out with Kirk Cousins having to go to Michael Penix, which I think they should have done earlier, but they didn't. And yeah, obviously not going to need safety. You got Jesse Bates back there. You got some great corners there, and AJ Terrell to help out in the secondary. And I think the defensive line is a big need for you. And I'm going to take here at 16, James Pierce Jr., edge rusher from Tennessee for the Falcons. You get the projected going into this year, the projected number 1 overall pick. Everyone was saying he's going to be the number 1 overall pick, and he's kind of underperformed. You get him at 15, and you get him trying to prove himself that he was supposed to be at number 1. That he's supposed to be picked at number 1. I think that's the best option for him. I think it's the best pick. The best pick. Uh, yeah, that's the best pick in my opinion for the Falcons. I mean, they could go a couple different routes with that pick, but I think edge rushing help is a good idea to go for them. Here at 16, the Dolphins. Top needs, tackle, offensive line. I think what you do, you take Josh Simmons from Ohio State. Yes, I'm a little biased, okay, because I'm an Ohio State fan, but he's been great this year. I've watched him amazing this season, and there's a reason I think why Tua is hurt so much. So there you go. Go out there, spend a first-round pick. Maybe you like him. Maybe you don't. I don't really know, but I like him here at 16 to the Dolphins. I think that's a great fit for them. At 17, the Cincinnati Bengals. They need edge help, but here, winning the past couple of these last 4 games for the Cincinnati Bengals, they have been driven out of the first round, or out of the first round. They've been driven back to the 17th pick. And what do you do if it's Cincinnati Bengals? Obviously, some edge help, cornerback help. Maybe there's a big corner that you like going in there. Not getting any younger at the cornerback position, and I agree. They have the Siobhan Reevil Jr. guy. I've never heard of him in my entire life. Never heard of him. They got him ranked really high up here. Maybe he'll become a stud. We'll give them, the Bengals, that. The cornerback help. The corners for Cincinnati Bengals, I don't really know much about the player, but I think just for what I think corner help is what they need the most. Ken Taylor-Britt's been terrible this year. Really haven't had any of the other guys getting going. They really haven't got anyone else get going. Mike Hilton, he's been good, but when hasn't Mike Hilton been good to be honest with you? And he's not getting any younger at all. So I think a corner will be a nice pickup. It's an edge rushing, but I think Sam Hubbard and a couple of these couple guys. I mean, they drafted Myles Murphy. He needs to step up to the plate. He needs to ball out, and I think eventually that'll happen. So, cornerback for the Bengals is what I got there. For the Seattle Seahawks, here at 18, what do they need? What do they need? I think they needed offensive tackle. Easery will be our selection for him, protecting Geno Smith for the Seahawks. For the Broncos, here at 19, what are they going to do? They need some edge rushing help. The Broncos do. Says they need a tight end as well. And I agree with the tight end need. Colston Loveland is what they're going to take from Michigan. He balled out. I'm pretty sure he balled out against Ohio State. I can't remember for sure. Let me look at the stats real quickly. Let me look at the stats. College football, Ohio State. Let me go to the Michigan game. No, he didn't ball out, actually. My apologies. They were terrible on offense. I forgot about that. They're just running the ball. Okay. I know this guy's good. Obviously, they have him ranked high. I've seen him playing a little bit, but I think the Ohio State locked him down pretty good. In that game. But Denver, tight end, kind of the position they need on offense. Help out Bo Nix. Help him. Give him another weapon to throw to. They took away one weapon in Jerry Jeudy. He's been playing very well for the Browns. They took away that, so took away a weapon. Let's give him a weapon. Let's give him Loveland there at 19. Here at 20. The Texans, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? And I think tackle is a priority, not interior. Tackle is a priority for them. Do they have listed inside? They do. And I was watching Bengals mock drafts, and he had a guy by the name of Jonah Savinia from Arizona. And I like the description he said about Jonah, and I'm going to throw him in there. I'm going to throw him in there at 20 to the Texans. I think it's kind of a sneaky pick a little bit there, but I think it's going to work out for him, and hopefully it does. At number 21, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm an Ohio State fan. They need a receiver, obviously. We'll take Emeka Ibuka. Ibuka's been amazing for the Buckeyes, obviously. He decided to stay last year. Did it work out in his favor? Maybe a little bit, I'd say. But here he is. Here at 21 for you available. Receiver help. George Pickens has been all over the map, all over the place. He's been crazy. You need another weapon for Wilson to throw to, or whoever the quarterback's going to be there for you for the 2025-2026 season. So, Emeka Ibuka, he's a great option for you. Amazing player. Amazing. He's going to help you out a lot there at that position. The Tampa Bay Bucks. Here, the Bucks at 22. They need edge rusher help pretty badly, and Jameer Stewart is going to fill that role. They say the Bucks needs receiver. Are you kidding me? Jameer Stewart, he'll fill that role. I've watched a couple mock drafts. He's about right there in the 20s. So, like him, haven't really watched a lot of tape of him. I need to start watching more tape, but a lot of people are saying he's going to go pretty high, and I'm going to trust everyone else. Here at 23, we have the Los Angeles Rams, and I think you're just happy that a guy like this falls to you. Malik Sparks from Georgia, number 12 ranked player. We're going to get him at 23. I feel like it's the kind of thing like Brian Branch. Brian Branch, a couple years ago, everyone thought he was going to be a really, really high draft pick. He goes in the second round, early in the second round, second day, and it's one of the best picks for the Lions. They've been using him. He's been balling out, so hopefully the same thing happens for the Rams, who have been kind of just all over the place. Past couple years been kind of weird. They've kind of been a weird team these past couple of years. Here for the Packers, who I'm gonna go with? I don't know who I'm gonna go with. Let's go Benjamin Morrison though. Cornerback help. I agree they do need a corner. Besides Jair Alexander, there's nobody else to play corner for the Packers. Position of need, you fill it right there with one of the best corners in the class. It's kind of a no-brainer there for them. The Chargers here at 25. Tight end help is definitely a need for them to give Justin Herbert a weapon to throw to. And look at here, we have a very, very great player for Penn State. He's another reason why this team has been playing so great and why they're so far in the playoffs. So you get a stud there at 25, giving Justin Herbert another weapon to throw to. Somebody else for him to give the football to, as the Chargers have probably exceeded expectations for a lot of teams this season. Here at 26, we have the Washington Commanders, and what are they going to do? They're going to take a cornerback. Who are they going to take? They're going to take somebody you're probably not going to think I was going to take, but I'm going to take Maxwell Hairston from Kentucky. Bengal had him high in his mock draft. Again, I'm just going to trust Bengal. I I don't really know a ton about the draft, but I know a lot about I know a decent amount about the Commanders, and their corners have been struggling. They took Emmanuel Forbes, I think, a couple years ago. He hasn't really panned out very well. He hasn't been very well. So cornerback help, trying to take another cornerback in the first round, seeing if you can get lucky with one of these guys. You got probably a solid guy there. I think Bengals saying he's like the tape there. So that's where you're gonna take there at 26. Here at 27, the Baltimore Ravens need some D-line help, and there's two awesome options there for you. Kenneth Grant at 18 or Walter Nolan at 24, and you're going to take another stud. The second Michigan D lineman to be taken in the first round of the draft. Here he is. Definitely a reason why the Buckeyes lost. Again, another guy who's disrupting all game. And those two guys were the reason, I think the reason why the Buckeyes lost. So there you go. You get Grant there at 27, the ranked, I think it was like 18th player in the class. We get him at 27. Great value for the Baltimore Ravens at 27. At 28, the Eagles, obviously not going to take the D lineman as they have one of the best in the National Football League. So I'm going to take the best tackle on the website, as the website says. Williams, we'll take Williams at 28. Another Texas tackle off the board in the first round. The Falcons get him. Lane Johnson not going to be there forever, so great opportunity to take a tackle in the first round. At 29, the Buffalo Bills. What are they going to do? I think it's pretty obvious what they're going to do here. They're going to take a D lineman. It's going to be Walter Nolan out of Mississippi, best defense lineman available. You take him here again at 29. Great value. At 29, you get Nolan. Fill in a position of need for your team and help out this defense, helping out Josh Allen to win some football games. Again, the Vikings, they need defensive line help as well. So what are you going to do there? Do the same thing. You're going to take another D lineman, Derek Hammond. I watched Bengals. I watched Bengals. When I was watching Bengals mock draft, he had Harriman very high on his board, very high on his board. So, according to Bengal, that'd be a steal for the Vikings. Help out that room, help them out there at 30, and here at 31. You can hate me for it. You can hate me for it again, but I like doing this. And I like doing this for the Lions. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. That's probably actually dumb. Never mind. Looking at Bengals. Look at Bengals mock. That's what we had. Campbell, linebacker. Again, don't really know a ton about these guys, but I know what the position need for the Lions. And the defense has had a little bit. Lions defense, both sides of the ball have been playing very well. But if you had to pick a weakness for the team, definitely be on the defense side of the ball. Aiden Hutchinson getting injured. I forget what he did. Maybe it was a torn something. It was a torn something. I do believe, if I believe. Maybe not. I don't really remember. But get a rookie there, help you out there at 31. Hopefully Hutchinson comes back next year for you and balls out. Here at 32, the Kansas City Chiefs. What are they going to do? Here at 32. There's not as always, the Chiefs, there's not a ton for them to do. Normally. Not normally a ton to prove on, a ton to improve on. But I think, as it says on here, offensive lineman is what they are going to need. Don't really need to help out that offense, but you can help something out, might as well. We'll take Wyatt Willem from West Virginia to close out our mock draft, and this is D20. This is my mock draft 2.0. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.